Do you have brows like this where you like your eyebrows, but you want it to be just a little better? I often call this style of eyebrow surprise because the front of the eyebrow here is a little high up. So I'm going to show you how to lower that naturally or as natural as possible. And I'm going to show you right now what it looks like after. So you're going to want to stick around and learn some tips and tricks in how to make the brows just a little fuller. Pretty good, right? Good after. So that's why I want you to stick around. I'm going to use myself as a model as well. And I'm going to use a powder and brush. So stick around and I'll show you how to do this after. Hey everybody, it's Jasmine, your brow expert. Thank you so much for joining me. So today's model is going to be just a very simple tip where I called it earlier, where she's got that surprise look. Is your eyebrow surprised? So if you want the brows to be less surprised, you want to go a little bit lower, right? So this is definitely the video for you. Please stick around, share this with anyone that you know has brows like this, right? I've been shaping eyebrows for 25 years and counting at the Anastasia Beverly Hills salon, and I am still there shaping eyebrows. Please come by, make your appointment. And I've had the pleasure of meeting some of you, so thank you for trusting me with your eyebrows. Thank you for bringing your daughters. And so yeah, come with friends, and it's actually fun because I'll sometimes shape an eyebrow and then the sister or the mother or the friend will look and go, I want that. So it's fun, and you'd be very surprised at what just a really good brow shaping can do for your overall face, which is why I have devoted this channel to brow shaping. Because if the brow shape is the best that you can have for your face, then everything just kind of comes together, right? Okay, so let's bring on this model and learn how to lower the eyebrows. You guys ready? Like I said, she's got good eyebrows, and if you just want to make them a little better, going below the front of the eyebrow makes it that much better. And if you don't feel like, I'm not Asian, I don't relate with this style of eyebrow, definitely stick around because I think if this works for anybody, like, I don't know about you, but I definitely have over tweezed underneath the eyebrows. Sometimes it gets too circular. So that's why this can help anyone. Just if in a tiny bit lower up in the front, below the front, will make your arch actually stand out a little bit. So I just did a tiny bit right here just to show you the difference. And flat, or not too flat, but then the arch here. So you apply some color up at the corner and apply some color down below. It's going to make a big difference. Now, you guys see me do this all the time. I usually like to do a highlighter first, typically because the highlighter will really just set the template, right? Like set the template. It'll set like a border or a guideline for you to apply the color. Now, I often show you guys with pencils, but today's gonna be powder. I'm gonna show you how to hold the powder and brush, or hold the brush with the powder. Okay, so on the model, it's gonna be a warm kind of a skin tone color. On me, it's gonna be this bright. I've already put some on, but just want to show you guys, I'm using a bright color. Now I can get away with this, but I typically will use the color that I'm using on the model. Now you can see the reason why I'm using this, so that way you guys could really see on the screen how bright it can be. The other side is the shiny side. I often use that too, especially when I'm going out or even just during the day. Okay, so you don't have to smooth it out too much, just a little bit, but you can just leave this right now and then go right to the powder. Now, it's really important for you to watch what I do because I'm going to show you how to hold the brush. It typically, when you use a pencil, it's a lot easier to just kind of control that here and there. But the brush, you want to hold it the way I show you. Try it out at least and see if that works out for you. Try not to hold it this way. You're going to basically hold it above your eyebrows and sometimes sideways. But, and also, if you're right-handed, obviously it's going to be a bit more difficult to do the left hand. So I'm going to use ash brown on the model and myself. But if you're in the, I don't know, if you're kind of like my color, but with a lot of highlights, you can do soft brown, medium brown, actually, I'm sorry. If you're blonde, definitely taupe. Okay, so now I'm grabbing the darker side of the powder because it's that dual color. The reason is that I don't want the brows to be too dark, but the dark side is going to be at the middle to the end first. Now, you can, if you're ambidextrous, it's very easy for you to do like your left and then your right here. But I'm not. Well, I'm not as good with using both my hands. So I'm gonna. If you're not, then that's why you also want to see this. I'm gonna do this side of the eyebrow first. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm barely tapping the eyebrows. I think the first time we touch our eyebrows, it can get very heavy and dark, which is why I always like to start in the middle. Now look at my thumb. It's really anchoring the brush. I'm also applying the color above the eyebrows, right at that top corner. Very, very important because that's why you see this little color up here, because it adds a little bit more of an arch. Now she's Asian, right? So she's better off a little bit more, a flatter eyebrow. But if you're not and you want more of a higher arch up here, that's where you want to do what I'm doing right now, is to apply the color right at the top of that corner eyebrow. Very, very important because really just gonna like lift up that corner, giving you that extra arch by applying color right there. Remember, this is still that darker shade that you have on the brush, so it really works. So I'm just applying, I'm really tapping and moving, tapping and moving, tapping and moving. And so once I feel like, okay, then I really have it, then then I could just kind of move around the brush, but you notice that my arm and hand is still right there. Okay, now I'm just laying it down, laying the brush down. You don't want to hold the brush this way because then you spray out the hairs of the brush. You don't keep the brush sharp. You want to also like prolong the life of the brush, right? So best way is to don't disturb the hairs, right? Okay, so right at the corner, I'm just going right here on you. Just add color right at that corner. Even just adding color without purposefully going higher, it's just going to naturally go higher. Very, very important, as you can see. Pretty good, right? Again, now this is the easy side. Tap, move, tap, move, tap, move, right? Okay, here I'm grabbing the lighter color. I'll get to my other eyebrow, but the important thing is I want you to just know all the tricks in holding the brush. Now I'm going with the lighter shade. That's when I can go up in the front. I won't have to worry too much about going too dark. Just applying color up at the front with that guideline will lower the eyebrows. You don't need to purposefully drag the brush down. You don't need to worry about like, how low can I go? Just apply the color at that border of the highlighter. Also do the top front right up here. So by doing the top front, you're getting it higher and higher, but also fuller. Not higher like that surprise look, but you're getting that fuller look. You can already see right there the big difference between one side to the other. So I'm just gonna go right up here, and I'm moving the brush here. Okay, so just applying color will lower the eyebrows. And again, high up here, see how I'm holding the brush? I'm laying it down, laying it down. I'm just grabbing that brush 18. And that's when I go back, and sometimes the powder can spill around. And so that's when this guy is really great. If you want your arch to be more enhanced, you can go right here, a little bit higher, but you really just use this to kind of clean everything up. While I'm cleaning, I can do this side right here. And again, I'm just applying color right at that corner arch without intentionally going too high. Because again, when you're just applying color, it just naturally goes up high. So, and then the lighter color, of course, right here. And again, look how I'm holding the brush as I'm cleaning her up. I'm holding the brush this way. Okay, so, I always say clear brow gel is really important because clear brow gel just holds everything together, right? Lifts up the hair, but it really does help with the powder to stay on so much longer. Look at this before and after. It's so pretty. And the before, again, it works, but the after, it works even better. Because again, the front is lowered, and on her it works because if you're Asian and you want this kind of eyebrow where it's still straighter, but you need to go a little lower, maybe a little higher on the arch, this is what you want to try to do without, over exaggerating, of course. But that's why, the powders are so much more forgiving, I think. But again, just applying some color on the hair will lower by applying the color down below. By applying the color right at the corner will give you that arch. So it'll just add on to what you already have. You don't have to intentionally just move the brush or like move the color out this way. By applying that highlighter first, and it really just helps out in showing you, okay, this is where I'm gonna go, and that's where I'm gonna go. So, and then any other area where you're like, I went too much, that's where this guy comes in and goes, okay, I could just kind of move it around, clean it up. And I really like the highlighter, don't you? It really just brightens up the eye. So if you feel like you don't need it, try it out still, because it just opens up everything, and it allows you to not have to do too much makeup. So what do you guys think? Did you like this video? Please give me a like. Do you have any questions? Please ask in the comment box, and I will tag all of these products for you so you could quickly purchase. Now, there is something weird about the tagging. Sometimes the exact product doesn't pop up, meaning, I'm sorry, the product does pop up, but the exact color doesn't pop up. So that is why I will write the products down in the descriptions below, so you'll have the details and exactly the color. But if you're not if you're not my color, then you can see what color is best for you by clicking on the AnastasiaBeverlyHills.com and see all the colors on there to see what color is best for you. But if you're my color, then ash brown is what I highly recommend. And by tapping the tag products, of course, that helps me, but I want you to have the right product as well. So definitely get on the website and see what is the right color for you. But yeah, so again, definitely give me the comments of if you like this, if this really worked for you. So, and I will mention the lipstick I wore, because a lot of times some of you guys have asked me, what color lipstick are you wearing? So that definitely is something that I'm going to try to be more intentional in mentioning in the descriptions, along with this glow, because I get asked even at the salon, your skin is glowing, because I am wearing shiny, I think it's called Glow Seeker. I will mention that as well. But thank you so much for sticking around, and hopefully you did get some tips. Again, please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you guys right back here. Thank you.